Imagine a thick, tender chicken breast layered over fresh pasta, completely smothered in a rich, bubbling, sun-dried tomato cream sauce. If you look up this recipe online, you'll immediately find a heated debate. For years, this was simply known as Tuscan chicken, before a viral rebrand gave it a new name, Marry Me Chicken. The name comes from a claim that the flavor profile is so intense and the sauce so rich that serving it to someone will earn you a marriage proposal on the spot. To see if that holds up, we are going to break down the exact steps to make it. You'll learn a highly efficient one-pan shortcut, the molecular science behind building a thick cream sauce, and a searing technique that keeps the meat tender. By focusing on these 3 specific techniques, you can take a dish that usually costs $30 at a restaurant and turn it into a reliable dinner you can pull off in 30 minutes. Step 1 happens before the chicken even touches the heat. Take a paper towel and thoroughly pat the raw chicken breasts completely dry. Moisture on the outside of the meat will steam in the pan, preventing a proper sear. Many home cooks stop at a light dusting of basic salt and pepper, which often leads to a bland finished product once the heavy sauce is added. Instead, apply a thick coating of Cajun seasoning, black pepper, and seasoned salt, pressing the spices directly into the surface of the dry meat. You need this concentrated layer of spice on the chicken to balance the heavy cream that gets added to the pan later. Drop those seasoned breasts straight into hot, shimmering oil. You want to hear a loud sizzle immediately, which locks those dry spices onto the meat. Let the chicken cook undisturbed for exactly 4 to 5 minutes on each side. Importantly, the chicken should not be cooked all the way through at this stage. The goal right now is strictly to develop a deep, golden brown flavor crust on the exterior. Removing the undercooked meat from the heat now ensures that it won't overcook later while it simmers in the sauce. To keep this as a one-pan meal, leave the leftover chicken fat in the skillet and add your minced garlic and chopped sun-dried tomatoes directly into the grease. Sauté the aromatics for about 30 seconds, then pour half a cup of white wine straight into the hot skillet. This initiates deglazing. As the wine bubbles, it lifts up the fond, those dark caramelized bits of meat and spices stuck to the bottom. Scraping them up with a wooden spoon concentrates those remnants into a complex flavor base. Incorporating these browned bits into the liquid gives the final sauce a deep, restaurant-quality taste. With the pan deglazed, pour in the heavy cream and lower the heat to a simmer. During reduction, heat causes blue water droplets to evaporate, forcing the remaining yellow fat molecules and white dairy proteins closer together. They form an interconnected web, transforming thin cream into a dense sauce. If you need to thicken the sauce quickly, whisk in a small pinch of flour, using the starches to bind the liquids together. To check consistency, dip a spoon into the pan and run your finger down the back. If the line holds its shape and the sauce doesn't run, it is ready. Once you have the base sauce, you can experiment with ingredient swaps, like folding in fresh spinach leaves or sautéed mushrooms instead of sun-dried potatoes. Understanding how evaporation and molecular binding work allows you to control the sauce's exact thickness, making it easy to adjust the recipe without losing the texture. To finish the dish, nest those partially cooked chicken breasts back into the thickened, bubbling sauce. Keep the stove at a medium-low simmer for another 3 to 4 minutes. You are waiting for the thickest part of the breast to reach an internal temperature of exactly 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Finishing the chicken in this liquid bath allows the meat to reach its final temperature, while the surrounding sauce helps trap its internal moisture. This sear and simmer workflow keeps the internal temperature consistent, resulting in chicken that is fully cooked through but still tender. Once the thermometer hits 165, the cooking is complete. Now we can move on to plating. For the best presentation, start with a bed of hot penne pasta and place the chicken directly on top. Use a ladle to pour several spoonfuls of the remaining thick cream sauce over the meat and the pasta. Serve the dish with a thick slice of toasted garlic bread, which is ideal for cleaning up any extra sauce left at the bottom of the bowl. By applying these basic principles of reduction and searing, you have a reliable 30-minute dinner that brings restaurant-level depth to your own kitchen table.